Hey, everybody. This episode of Our Kids Play Hockey is brought to you by our title sponsor, NHL Sense Arena. Look, we all want our kids to succeed in hockey, but let's face it, finding training that's both effective and enjoyable can be a real challenge, and not to mention expensive and a total drain on time, especially if you have to drive to the rink, pay a private instructor. There's so many reasons that money gets spent on this game. But that's where NHL Sense Arena steps in. It's a virtual reality training game that brings the rink into your home that takes off-ice training to a new reality. It's designed to improve hockey sense and IQ, something that's lacking majorly in the game today for both players and goalies. And you get unlimited access to over 100 drills and training plans from top coaches and players that can be played anytime, anywhere, with drills approved by USA Hockey player and goalie development directors. Look, improving mental hockey skills at home has really never been more fun, and any hockey player that uses this is going to have a blast. All right. I've used this before on my own, and it feels like you're so immersed in an arena, you sometimes forget you have a headset on. And again, it's not being on the ice, but it allows you to work on some of these skill sets like scanning, as I said before, hockey IQ, looking around the rink, making the right plays, that getting those repetitions in now as a hockey player are super important for your development. So NHL Sense Arena is giving all the listeners an exclusive offer for $50 off an annual plan when you use our code Hockey Never Stops at checkout. Again, that's Hockey Never Stops. All you got to do is go to hockey.sensearena.com. Again, that's hockey.sensearena.com. Use the code Hockey Never Stops, and you'll save $50 on your annual plan of NHL Sense Arena. Make sure to check that out and enjoy this episode of Our Kids Play Hockey. Hello, hockey skaters and goalies around the world. Got an interesting ride to the rink today for you about a skill set you might not think has a lot to do with hockey, but I'm telling you as a coach that it has a lot to do with hockey. And our guest today, Caroline Potolicchio, who's with the Washington Capitals, agrees that, and don't turn it off yet, reading is a very, very, very important skill for hockey players to learn, and your adventures into reading. And this could be any type of reading. It doesn't have to just be about hockey or the books they make you read in school. It could be reading a magazine. It could be reading about your favorite video games. It could be reading journeys of fantasy novels, whatever you want, as long as your reading helps your brain develop in a way that's going to allow you to become a more knowledgeable hockey player in the future. I can tell you as a coach, some of the best players I've coached that maybe don't even have the best talent understand how to read plays, understand how to understand, comprehend, bring these things to fruition in their game. And it all starts with an ability to be able to read. So listen to what Caroline Potolicchio has to say about that right now on the ride to the rink. The question is, there's a lot of youth athletes out there that might be discovering reading or not understand the importance of reading and how that can transcend into a great hockey career or academic career. Can you talk to us for a few minutes about the importance of reading as a young athlete?
Absolutely. Reading is a skill that you are going to use for the rest of your life. I would say that if you can incorporate 10 to 20 minutes a day of reading outside the classroom, this will only help train you to be the best version of yourself, whether it be on the ice or off the ice. You are going to use this skill going forward, whether it be if you're coaching and you have to read a game plan, or if you're in a role with your favorite NHL team like I am, you are reading every day. You're researching and reading. So this is definitely something that you will carry with you for the rest of your life. It also keeps your mind sharp. It keeps your creative mind going, kind of stimulates the brain. So I think this is just something that every kid should find a book that they like and find something that they like to read, and it will go a long way.
And if there's a young reader that's saying, I don't have any books that I like, is there some topics or some suggestions you could make right now of, well, here's a bunch of different ways you could look into discovering this?
Absolutely. I think so. As a part of the Little Free Library that we launched, there's actually an app that they have that you can kind of look to see if there's any little, book sharing boxes, little free libraries around you. So you can type in your zip code and go check out what's in that little free library. Public libraries are a great resource, and librarians are always willing, whether it's your school librarian or whether you have a public library in the town that you live in, they're always willing to help you find something that you like. So if you go in there and are like, do you have any hockey titles? I'm sure that they'll find something for you. So I think kind of utilizing the resources that are around you, you'll be surprised how many people are willing to help you find something that you're passionate about and that you like in the, in the book space.
I love that you brought up how we have to keep our skills sharp. This is another way to keep your mind sharp. So do those reps, do those 20 minutes a night. That's not a lot if you want to continue to grow your game. That was a great answer, Caroline. Thanks for that. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the Ride to the Rink. Hope you understand what I meant now, but Caroline's talking about the importance of reading. Whether you love it or hate it, you got to bring this into your repertoire as a young person. Their ability to read is like a superpower when you think about it. 100 years ago, not everybody could read. Now we teach most people to do it. So make sure you get on top of that. Again, thank you for listening to this edition of the Ride to the Rink. Have a wonderful week and skate on.